Hi everyone, and we're finally back with the Head of the Curve. I'm Marlaria, and with me is Mr.
Lotus Petals, but I'm not really here. I'm actually grinding out levels right now on something.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. So some news has come up a couple days ago, or yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, we have WoW news. What is this?
I mean, I thought we'd have to wait another 2 weeks.
I was expecting, honestly, to hear nothing until BlizzCon, and even then, I was expecting massive disappointment.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, anyway, what have you been currently up to? Because my understanding is you've been taking a break.
Yeah, actually, I've been taking a huge break, actually. My guild essentially just stopped raiding. It was great. We were really just bashing our heads against a wall trying to get the later parts of Heroic down, and just not a good time, we'll put it that way. What we ended up doing was we just had a bunch of people who were burnt out, myself included. So I took a break, and then some other people took a break, and the next thing I knew, a bunch of the core raiders actually went and they jumped ship for a little bit. They might be back, they might not be, but you know, typical end of expansion things. So I'm on a break from that. So I've been playing a lot of card games because it's my other hobby, and I've actually been playing an absolute ton of Diablo and Hearthstone since I can actually play it on my phone now.
I've pretty much just been raiding. That's been me right now.
Oh, look at me. My name's Arlaria. I'm a hardcore raider.
Ooh, I'm actually happy. I'm the most progressed I've ever been in my life. Well,
yeah, I hear you there.
BC not included, but since they changed...
BC's a different monster.
Yeah, since they changed, like, and added heroic modes and shit, then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even I cleared Sunwell, so...
Yeah.
I mean, not the last patch, but still did it.
Oh, 3.0? That doesn't count. That doesn't count. We both know that. No. So, yeah, I'm currently sitting at 9 out of 13 Mythic. Killed Zakuun last week, and this week we're going to Vallari, and oh boy, I look forward to that.
You're gonna be picking your face up off the ground quite a bit, I think.
I mean, I'm surely it can't be worse than Gorefiend, so...
Yeah, from what I've seen, probably not. But we got awesome news, though. Like, that Blizzard stuff. You want to talk about the Blizzard stuff?
Yeah, that's more interesting than us.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Blizzard announced patch 6.2.3.
Yeah, which I honestly wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah, I'm glad they gave us something. So, let's see. Just going down the little announcement thing. First things first, new time walking. They're bringing Cataclysm dungeons.
Oh, man. I really hope they make me just want to throw people off bridges. Oh, I really hope they're hard.
Oh, there's no way. Like, you saw the BC ones. Speaking of BC...
This is true.
They're not only adding Cataclysm dungeons, I'll go over the list of Cataclysm dungeons here in a second, but also Pit of Sauron from Wrath and Magister's Terrace from BC, which makes me really happy, actually.
You know, that's going to give us, hopefully, some extra ways for people to pick up, like the Hawk Strider and the Phoenix Pet.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I also really hope that maybe I'll finally get one of those stupid orbs of the Cinder Eye that I've just never been able to get.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I'll never get it. It's fine.
Well, the Cataclysm dungeons are going to be Grim Batol, a good one. Stonecore, Lost City of Tolfir, pretty fun. Vortex Pinnacle, Throne of Tides, and End Time.
End Time is an interesting choice.
Yeah, I never actually did End Time with anything more than, like, a random group. So, yeah, like, I know the instance, but I've never done it with the actual group.
Yeah, it's one of those dungeons that actually, like, back when it first came out, you really had to know what you were doing. It actually had quite a few interesting mechanics, like whenever you hit, I think there's a Tyrande one, and there's some things you can do with Bane Bloodhoof, I think. I think it's Bane. It can get really interesting.
I think it's Bane, yeah. Yeah, it is Bane.
It's pretty fun. It's a good instance, though. I can't wait to do that again, because those never really got the time I think they should have had in the spotlight.
Didn't they last, like, they were in the game for over a year, right?
Hey, we don't talk about the Drought of Dragon Soul.
No, we just talked about the kind of drought of Draenor.
Yeah.
About
that. But, also, you want to know one of the greatest reasons to run these? Because I have a great reason to run these.
Is it the new mount?
Oh, it is the sweet-looking Time Reaver. It's an infinite Drake. It looks really, really sweet.
It actually reminds me of the dragons they added in Cataclysm,
Hmm.
but it doesn't look like ass. So
Yeah, it's actually a good-looking mount that we can get as a rare drop. So make it very clear, guys. That's a rare drop thing that actually gets us something that looks nice. Wait a minute. This is tricky.
it will drop from
I don't
any
know if
boss.
I believe it.
Yeah, it'll drop from any boss.
So I definitely see people spamming those. I know we had the like dungeon points or something we get now, like Time Walker points or something. Or
You mean the little tokens?
yeah,
Yeah, you get little tokens from them, and it is a very long-term goal, but
that's
can
what I
get
had seen. I
other
saw
stuff.
some of the rewards were absurdly high.
it's actually nice. I started gearing up my Death Knight with it. It gives you like 695 gear or something.
Oh wow, that's really sweet.
Yeah, I mean, and you start, like, the very first one you do gives you 500, so...
I might actually have to do that the next time we have one. Should be in a couple weeks, I think, or maybe it's next week. I'll have to look on my
It's
calendar
next
here.
week. Yeah.
It's Lich King is next week. That means we can do a couple fun ones. There's a couple fun ones in there.
Oh yeah, there's always fun ones in Lich King. There's also terrible ones, but we don't talk about those. We
Yeah,
we've
we've definitely
kind of-
never been. We've never been to the Oculus ever.
Well, they haven't...
Thank God that wasn't time walked.
I really think they should, just to troll the user base.
Oh my, that would be like giving us a full year of Draenor content. Oh man, that's great.
So
So we've got that stuff.
on top
What's
of that,
next?
they're actually cross-realming mythic rating for the rest of Draenor. So for Hellfire Citadel, because you could always, or you could not always, but since Hellfire came out, you could cross-raid, the other two of this. What are they called? Blackrock Foundry and
And Heimall.
Heimall. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
have
much I care about them.
your 10-man that probably could have been a 5-man, and yeah, I really think I should have just split Heimall up into more dungeons
Eh,
after the fact. I really do.
well, they kind of did. They you can go in there now, and there's like rares and stuff there.
In Heimall?
Yeah, because you can fly there now.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's rares.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so there you go. They
Huh,
added that.
Something else for me to do.
There's not a lot there, to be honest. Apparently, there's a couple pets you can get, but I couldn't find them. But then they're rares, and we're on Sargeras, so...
This is true. This is true. I've heard that whenever you've got a high pop server, sometimes you just can't find anything.
Yeah, I still don't have my Predator title because people are camping the guy. I should
Well, that'll be
probably-
good though. That means big name guilds can potentially sell some runs. I guess.
Yeah, and recruiting will be easier. Oh shit, we could be able to sell the first couple buses of Mythic now. That's cool.
Ooh, that'll be really nice.
We just gotta not wipe on Fel Reaver anymore.
That is very true. That's going to be hard. There's something I'm not happy about, though.
Oh, really, dude? Sorry, there's someone here who's like tagging my mobs right before I get them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're leveling, I guess just let people know what we're doing while we're actually doing this.
Oh,
We're so
right.
professional.
Yeah, we're leveling characters for Herald of the Titans because we thought it'd be fun.
And by fun, what Arlaria actually means is that I get on here, Arlaria's like, hey, you should do this. And I'm like, alright, I guess I can do that. That doesn't sound terrible. And now we're going to do that because
Yeah.
I guess it's fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, cross-realm Mythic. It's also nice for pugs. I don't know who's going to pug Mythic. Maybe if you get people who are already pretty deep into Mythic, then sure, but...
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to do, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, but, each their own.
Something lockout stealing. That's just
Yeah,
me.
it's... yeah. But, I mean, it can happen now, so that's a thing.
I just
and,
wish I could get a damn upgrade.
and then one of the big things from this patch... Well, second biggest thing of this patch, I think. The biggest thing is next. But the second biggest thing of this patch is they're bringing back Valor, guys. Oh my god.
Valor points.
Who saw that
Hooray.
coming besides everyone?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely didn't hilariously backpedal back to a system they said was, non-intuitive, not fun, etc., etc. No,
Well,
they definitely didn't do that.
I think they still admit that it's flawed, but they're saying it's better than never doing dungeons. So,
That's probably right. That's probably right.
like, they got to give us some reason to do them.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I haven't been in a 5-man in. Well, granted, I also haven't logged on in a little bit, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just, oh boy.
I think I was in a 5-man last when I helped someone time walk. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks ago, 3. I don't know. It's been a while, and since before then, like, hardly ever. So yeah, they're bringing back Valor, and it's working give or take the same way, except they made a point to. Well, they didn't actually make a point in the post, but they didn't bring it up, which is there will not be Valor from from raiding. It'll only be from dungeons
That I found very surprising.
and LFR.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have to give us a reason to go to LFR, I suppose.
Yeah, but no, it's interesting because that really cements the we want you to get back into dungeons, guys. Because
it sure does.
I kind of agree, because if it's just like a general, you get this anyway, we already have that in the ring. And I don't know, I don't like it and I like it at the same time. I like it because it gets us in the dungeons. I don't like it because that means it's required.
Yeah, another thing that I have to do is not fun for me. Like, I already have very little time to play at the moment anyway, and this just adds another thing that I'm going to want to do if I end up, actually coming back to raid at all.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of like it, but, man, I don't want to... Well, first of all, you only get... It's only your first Heroic of the day that gives you points. Any Raid Finder wing, or just Mythic Dungeons in general.
So a reason to do Mythic Dungeons, alright.
Which, I mean, I guess if you're in a lower progressed guilds, it's maybe still kind of difficult, but, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing with that is that you're always going to have the people who want to do those for alts, at least, and
Yeah.
I guess it gives you a reason to do it on those, but you want the Valor points on your mains, so you can upgrade your gear.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, because I don't know if they're going to cap us to... Well, it's going to have a cap per week, obviously, but I don't know if it's going to be the same hard cap that it used to be, where it's like you can only do, 3 upgrades a week? 4? Something like that?
I think you ended up, I think you could do 4, because they had them at 250 at one point. But that's whenever they had it that you could upgrade them 4 times, so I don't know if they're going to do that right away or not. I kind of hope they do, because that'll let you upgrade one item fully each week.
Actually, they did say how many times you could upgrade items. You can upgrade.
Oh, okay.
You can upgrade items twice for 5 item levels each.
Okay, in that case, then it might be 250 still, and it might just be you can get 1,000 a week, which makes sense, and it gives you 2 items per week, and it only gives you like a 7 week, 7 weeks, I think, right?
I don't know.
Whatever it is. Someone out there will do the
don't
math
know.
for me. I'm terrible at math.
I don't feel like doing math for something that's a maybe. So, I'll do math if it's not a maybe, but it's a maybe. So yeah, that's...
I think it's max 8 weeks because we have that many equipment slots.
Yeah, like I said, I do kind of like it, but it has its downsides. It's very obvious downsides. Of it's forcing people to go into dungeons, or, I mean, who wants to go into a mythic dungeon with, like, a random group? No one.
Yeah, I mean, can you even queue for those?
You can queue for them in the custom thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't. You still can't queue for them through LFD,
No.
which would be horrible.
Oh, God.
That would be the worst experience ever.
You have to have at least endless to get through my dungeon now.
You must have endless rank 30 achievement as well as 735 item level. Yep, that's a requirement.
It's weird because I guess you can say it's about pretty much anything, but with a random group, it's so frustratingly hard because you get people who barely do like 20k DPS and they're like, no, trust me, I'm geared. And then if you do with the guild group, they're like basically heroics. There's no real difference. So
yeah, I mean, some of them feel just like heroics, which is really amazing to me that can even happen.
Well, like some of them have interesting extra abilities, but like I went with Aerie, like the first week of Mythic Dungeons because he's helping someone out, It was just so funny because it was literally just, okay, the boss is dead in 10 seconds. Okay, next boss.
Mm-hmm.
Spend more time on
But
the
yeah, I mean,
trash.
with your guys' with the gear you guys have in your guild and the general level of skill you guys probably have in your raid team should be pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we were only like 700 at the time, but still, yeah.
Well, that's still I think 35 above what they say you should. I think they say you should be like 660, 665 for those. I'm pretty sure is what they recommend.
Yeah.
It's still fairly, it's actually fairly challenging at that item level, depending on what it is. And is that an undead? Oh my gosh, there's an undead in the Exodar. I'm so confused.
And there went the train of thought.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
gone.
I actually really like the idea of Mythic Dungeons, because whenever you're at the right item level, they do actually kind of feel like the Cataclysm dungeons. Kinda. But
You have to manage the mechanics.
I'd rather not do them. But at the same time, that means my bow will go up to 640 or 740, and
That seems pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm almost willing to go through the hell to do that, or to get
I mean, it
my
shouldn't
Mirror
be
of the
too bad.
Blade Master up. Oh man,
Yeah, I definitely see myself doing a couple on. If I end up not playing Demon Hunter next X Pack, I can definitely see myself upgrading whatever character I'm going to be playing up to as high as I can get it beforehand. Just because I want my irrelevant things to feel like I earned them.
mm-hmm. And
So I'm gonna
we'll talk more about classes next expansion here in a little bit. I decided that's gonna be a topic we're gonna go over.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, that's Valor. Like I said, there's also apparently going to be there is no Valor vendor. They only want it to be item upgrades.
Okay, well,
Which
that's fine.
kinda-
I can do that.
Yeah, it makes. I kind of like that because it means like it's useless, not useless, but not as useful to people who are just gearing up. It's mostly useful to people who are already geared.
Yeah, it's kind of the here have some extras.
Yeah, but the biggest thing about this patch, you ready for this? Moose mount.
That is the absolute only thing I'm excited about. I'm not even kidding. Like, I saw that mount and I immediately said, when does this patch come out? When do I lose my social life again?
So they announced this at a BlizzCon, or they made a joke about it at a BlizzCon, and yeah, so they decided, fuck it, we're adding a moose mount, and we've known about this moose mount for a little while, but everyone thought it was going to be a cash shop because it kind of looks like it.
Yeah,
looks
it's
really
very well
nice.
detailed. Like, it's really nice. It has a lot of detail to it.
Yeah.
It's exactly what every Canadian gamer wants. In before people flame me.
It's
and,
what people who are wannabe Canadians want, like me.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, no, I see it and I'm just like, it's a moose. I want a moose. Moose are cool, man. Like, is moose the plural of moose?
Yes.
I think it is.
Meese. Yeah, it's moose.
Yeah, it's definitely not meese. That doesn't make any sense. That'd be mice.
Look at all these Mises.
Dear God. That's what they need to give us. A gigantic rat mount. That's what we need next.
I would actually like that.
That would be hilarious.
Rats are
Think about an
adorable.
undead riding around on a gigantic rat. That would be
Adorable.
hilarious to me.
So, the way you get this moose is not the cash shop. It is actually, surprising to me at least, by killing Heroic Archimond or higher. But you get a little
son
fragment.
of a bitch.
You kill him, you get a fragment, you take a Moonglaive, they give you a moose.
Well, I know who I'm going to be hitting up whenever that drops.
And they said the plan is to retire the quest once Legion hits.
So, it's another, I guess it's basically what, the Korkron Warwolf or whatever. It's that similar type of thing.
Yeah,
I
or
got the
the
general idea.
or the heirlooms.
Yeah,
I think it's more like the heirlooms actually.
I guess it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they retired. Well, you can't get the wolf either. The wolf's gone too.
Really?
Yeah, the wolf actually, at the end of the expansion, he didn't have it.
Oh,
You
here,
can't
look
get
at
it.
that. Yeah, I got the achievement for it. It's feat of strength now. Look at that.
Yep. it's
Don't
pretty
I
cool,
look
actually.
like a fancy person now?
I know, I ride my wolf everywhere. Look at my
Uh,
wolf. My wolf's amazing.
I did, and then I got my white chicken.
Your White Hawkstrider?
Yeah, my white chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got excited and thought you bought the magical rooster,
Oh,
which would have
no.
been really entertaining.
No, I'm not riding around on my magical cock.
Ah, Good on you. Good on you.
But no, it's really cool because one, I'm basically guaranteed a free moose. Because we're going to be killing Archimonde every single week on Heroic until we get to killing him on Mythic.
Right.
So, I mean, regardless, I'm getting him just by living, unless I get kicked from the guild. I don't want that to happen though. So.
Yeah, simply exist and you'll have a mount. Must be nice.
So that's cool. And then it also means people will pay more to buy runs, which we've been selling. So, I mean, that's cool.
Most definitely.
Because I'm pretty sure the price is going to go up pretty highly. Well, I mean, we're charging $50K now. I'm sure people will pay more when they can
Is
get
that for the whole clear, or is it just for
the last 2 bosses?
Oh, wow.
Yep. Well, it's because the ring upgrade, which you get on normal, but and then chances for gear get ahead of the curve.
That's true, yeah. I forgot about all that stuff.
I think ahead of the curve is one of the bigger reasons, but...
Yes, most definitely.
I don't know. I say that we've gotten a couple repeat buyers, so...
Hey, some people really want that gear.
Yep.
For whatever.
There's only one thing on reserve. If you want to buy one, it's only $50K, guys.
There you go.
So yeah, so we'll be selling more. Speaking of selling more, would you be interested in buying a moose?
I'm probably going to be buying a moose, yeah. Unless, of course, Vale, whatever server he ended up on, unless he's like, yeah, you can come with me, it'll be fine. I'll be like, yes. Otherwise, yeah, I'll probably come to you to get that, because I don't see myself finding myself in another guild at this point that quick, so.
Well, I mean, knowing Blizzard, they might nerf it by then, but...
And this is true.
I mean,
if they do, then I can hold a lockout on one of my 11 100s.
True. And then you could sell the runs.
Oh my gosh, I could. I just have to find some carries.
You just got to find like 20 people to carry you. Actually, you only need 9. So.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure by the time it gets there, it'll be fairly nerfed so people can get it, because they're pretty good at that. They're pretty good at that.
So yeah, Moose Mount. Pretty cool. Cool. Biggest thing of this patch.
Moose Mount.
And then what's left is not a whole lot. Like, Mythic Dungeon items and non-jungle items can, whenever you upgrade them, like they get the little, ooh, shit upgraded, it can go higher now.
Oh man, so brutal.
Like, the Baleful items have a chance to automatically go up to 695 without the upgrade token. And
I feel like I just got gypped, jeez.
And Mythic, same with, no, Mythic Dungeons, they can go up to 725.
Oh, wow.
Which, my understanding is, like, I'll get to that in a second. There's also going to be a new trinket in Mythic Dungeons. New
yeah, I
trinket.
saw that. I saw that, and I'm like, what is this trinket?
Scales up to
How
110.
does I acquire? 110?
110. It is going to be a leveling trinket.
Ooh, that could be really sweet.
So the thing about it is, let's see what this says. They're doing the upgrades rather than just a plus 20 item level upgrade when it's Warforged. There's a chance for it to be even higher. The very luckiest person might get a 725. With basically, when it first upgrades, it has a chance of going to 715, a little bit lower chance of 720, a little lower chance, etc. In 5 level increments. So you can get anywhere from, what is it, 705 to 720? I think that's what the Warforged ones are.
So I feel like any Baleful items I get from now on, I should just hold on to until the patch.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, I guess my bank's gonna get really full. That's okay, though. And I can get all kinds of free gear on my mage that has no gear.
Yeah.
That'll be wonderful.
It also means that my Demon Hunter will probably get geared really quick, because I have lots of gear to spend. Lots of Baleful.
Now they very well could just give us, they could end up just giving us, whatchamacallits, like pretty decent gear right out the gate, too. My item level is currently 10 on my Hunter. Fear me, Internet. Fear me.
Oh, man.
I don't actually know what quest to do next, because I haven't leveled in the Draenei starting area in so long.
No, Well,
Huh.
that's kind of how it goes. I think you just run around in circles, killing shit.
Oh, right. Um, did you see about the increased drop rate on Feldblight? I thought that was pretty neat.
Where's that?
It's actually the whole way at the
Oh, look
bottom
at that.
of the notes there. Increased drop
20%.
rate of Feldblight from skinning, mining, herbalism, and fishing by about 20%.
Do
That
people
one actually kind of...
Well, I was
That's
gonna
kinda
say, do people actually get it that way?
When I'm running around in an alt, actually, I do quite a bit.
I've only ever gotten it from though I've gotten it once from mining, but usually I just get it from Kazak and call it a week.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I actually would run around on I forgot which character. I think my paladin was a miner, and I'd just run around on him, and I'd hit all the nodes on my way to my random objectives, and typically I'd get like 6 or 7 a day
Yeah.
just doing his dailies, and a couple of ore. So with that, hopefully I'll see a couple more. I can actually maybe make some items, and hopefully sell them on the cheap,
Yeah, it'd be nice.
or just sell the Fellblight even. I'm fine with that too.
So, after that, that's the whole patch, basically. It's not the biggest patch, not tons of content, but it's kind of like the when they added Mythic Dungeons. It's just a lot of, please go into our dungeons, guys.
So we saw our Q3 numbers are probably not going to be what we want. If you guys could just go ahead and resub, that'd be great.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to push out Legion as fast as possible, too. Which is
I think so.
probably a mix of good and bad, but I have faith. I probably shouldn't, but I have faith.
Yeah, I can only imagine that what we're going to end up with for Legion launch is, I think it's probably going to be a lot sooner than people actually really think it's going to be. Because we have to remember, they've been working on Legion a lot longer than we realize they have been.
Well, they said they started Legion and Draenor at the same time.
Yeah, so hopefully that wonderful expansion we get will actually be like super awesome because they've been working on it for significantly longer than Draenor.
I'm really hoping this BlizzCon's going to be like Sony's press conference, where it's just smack in the face of just good stuff, just one after another. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
If
see.
I don't get everything I want from BlizzCon, I'm gonna be very sad. And by everything I want, I just mean I just want to see a sweet expansion with stuff to do.
Speaking of
That's
stuff
all
to
I
do,
want.
so we're probably not going to have another podcast until after BlizzCon. So
Probably not.
before that, BlizzCon predictions. Why not? What do you think they're going to talk about? Besides the fact that every single class I have on good faith is going to get massively overhauled. Massively.
I honestly really hope so because a lot feels super stale. Things I want to see personally at BlizzCon. I want to see some sort of content for people to do that is actually fun out in the world.
And isn't rating.
And yes, I mean, well, that's just not straight fun.
Well,
I want to. It is fun. It is definitely fun, but it's not what I want.
yeah, I hear you.
What I really want to see is some kind of awesome outdoor experience where I get to do things and feel like I'm actually accomplishing something rather than banging my head against a wall for some rep each day. Aside from that, hopefully we get some sweet lore that makes sense. And I don't know, maybe they could do something really crazy, like I don't know, drop their subscription fee. Yeah, I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be nice.
No, they got the token.
Yeah, they have the token. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm not sure what'll happen with it,
Yeah,
but definitely something to do in the world. That's what I want.
they
how about you?
announced they announced the difference in PvP they're doing. PvP, what is it, Honor 3.0? I think they called it.
Yeah, looks like Call of Duty's Prestige system, basically.
Actually fucking love that so much. So I really hope for, speaking of things that they're going to announce at BlizzCon mostly, more Battlegrounds. Like, I don't want, like, arenas are fun, kinda, but I've never really liked them since they added them. I love Battlegrounds, Just more Battlegrounds, please. Not more like the mop ones, which were fucking garbage.
Hey. Playing Powerball in that Temple of Kotmogu thing is the most fun I've ever had in this game because I feel like a goddamn god when I play that one.
That one's
okay?
alright, but like the mines, Deepwind Gorge.
Deepwind Gorge I was not a fan of at all.
I hate both of them.
I'm also not someone who really PvPs much. When I do, I'm doing random BGs with guildies because it's something to do.
That's pretty much what I do, but it's just like, oh my god, it's painful.
Yeah, some of them are really boring. Like Warsong Gulch, I will always have fun in because it's Warsong Gulch. It's so classic and simple and perfect. Arathi Basin is the bane of my existence. People disagree with me and say, no, that one's amazing. And I'm like, no, it's not. Stop trying.
Yeah, no, my thing about it is just, like, I just want something that's fun for the casual player, the casual PvPer, because that's what I am. I barely PvP, but I'm planning on playing a lot more PvP because the honor system looks so good.
Yeah, the honor system looks like it's going to be really fun. I'm actually excited to see it in practice, and I'm sure we'll get to see something at BlizzCon. I'm sure there'll be, some sort of playable something there, and we'll see tons of videos and pictures. And hopefully it'll be great.
Other than that, like, I'm 99% sure, like I said, almost every class is getting a major overhaul. They've talked at length that they want to massively change priests. So, for instance, Disc is actually going to go back to what they were planning in Wrath. Was it Wrath? No, sorry.
I'm actually not sure. I never really followed it.
Cataclysm. Where they wanted it to be the damage healer. Like, you pretty much, Disc Priest will only deal damage, and they'll heal that way. So they'll be a little bit weaker than other healers, but they'll also trade in with a deep. So instead, like, now when sometimes like, oh, maybe we don't need 4 healers, you bring in a Disc Priest.
I can definitely see that. That sounds like, I'm completely okay with Atonement Healing. I'm fine with that. It was actually fun to have that, and it was a great option. It brought a little bit of utility.
You just need to make it interesting.
Yeah, it was so incredibly boring. I remember Mori would sit there in our raids back in MoP and would just go, all right, guys, I'm sitting here bored out of my mind. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And he'd be bored out of his mind healing, and he'd be out healing everybody the entire time. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it was just too good then.
Yeah, so there's a couple things, like I said, they need to do with that. Shadow Priest used to be my favorite class in the game. Nowadays, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't understand
I don't know what it does. I have no idea what you're supposed to do with it. Like, I remember whenever it was keep your dots up in Mind Play.
Which,
Mind Blast and stuff.
I guess that's like Affliction Warlock is now, so they want to give it its own personality. But, like, what you do now is you keep your dots up, and you generate Shadow Orbs, which then you spend on stronger abilities. But that's kind of weird.
That, honestly, to me, feels just like Affliction Warlock.
Kinda. Yeah, kinda. Now that they changed Warlock in Cataclysm.
Yep. I really think that Shadow Priest should be more about the, should be like 100% all in on the dots. Like, I really think it should just be your dot class, and Affliction Warlock is the one that accelerates, diseases, and, it's just literally the debuffer again. Like, it doesn't have to do a shit ton of damage if it's providing a massive damage increase.
Yeah. I think the
But they also don't like that either.
Well, they don't like it because it gives them 0 burst.
Yeah.
Which is bad on a lot of fights. And it's not fun to, like, design around that. If that makes sense?
No, it's really hard to balance it, too, because if they give it too much power, it's the only class anybody wants to play. They don't give it enough, it's not bringing to a raid.
Yeah, especially when you get more than one target.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's when it gets tricky.
Yeah. Then we already know Hunter's getting changed.
Yeah, you get a melee Hunter, apparently, is what the talk is.
You say that. If my guild's not letting me, if the Buried Tyrant Home does not want me to play Demon Hunter, they're sure as hell not going to let me play Survival Hunter.
Yeah, if it's, actually melee Hunter.
Oh, it is.
There were some people that were like, no, you're going to throw your Legendary Spear and then pull another one out. I'm like, this isn't Javazon from D2. Stop.
It was definitely confirmed that it's going to be melee with a pet.
Yeah, which honestly to me is perfectly fine, because one of the coolest things, and actually, when I played Rift, okay, I don't like to talk about other MMOs too much, especially Rift, but when I played that game, I played Beastmaster Warrior, and it was the most fun I ever had, because I had a cat destroying things while I was smacking stuff with a Warglaive. and it was awesome fun. Like, I am completely okay if it feels anything like that at all. I'm totally cool with that. It'll be great,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to complain. That's the vibe I get from it.
Yeah, I kind of get we're trying to be more like a ranger than a hunter.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too.
So, like, I'm interested in it, but like I said, if I'm playing a hunter, it's because I wasn't allowed to play Demon Hunter most likely, unless I get in the beta and it turns out that I actually really hate Demon Hunter, which is possible.
I mean, if that happens, then, oh man, your worldview is just going to be shattered.
Not really. I'll just go back to Hunter.
It's true.
But
I have no idea what I'm playing. I have 12 classes to pick from. At this point, it's like we know next X pack I'm tanking in some way, shape, or form. So I'm stuck to those classes, which is fine. And I'll figure it out. I'll probably end up being Demon Hunter tank because I'm sure they'll be busted out the gate. But
I mean, you got 5 choices now.
I know. I can't wait.
Every class they've added has both been a tank and been a melee.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a moment. Yeah, Blizzard. Something
Come on,
ranged,
Blizz, give us something that is, a healer and a ranged.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, give us another plate healer and ranged. Give us an actual cleric. That'd be awesome. And then you'd have people go,
or
isn't that literally just priest and paladin mixed together? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, basically. Well, no, it's a little bit different because clerics were melee healers in D&D. And they could actually be scary. But,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, if I'm not playing a Demon Hunter, I'm probably playing a Hunter. And if I'm playing a Hunter, my guild probably won't want me to play Survival, even if it's the best. So
yeah, they probably won't let you. That's just one of the things, like, if they can't find room for a Demon Hunter, they probably won't be able to find room for a melee Hunter.
Yeah, so if that's how it's going to be, where it's like, no, Survival is by far the best, and the other specs suck, then I'm probably not going to be playing Hunter. I'll probably try something else, but...
Hey, well, if you do, I highly recommend that you check out, this awesome class called Warlock. They burn things alive.
I thought about playing Warlock, but they've changed it so much since PC, man. Can you believe you can't even Shadow Bolt spam anymore? And be good?
I mean, you can.
And
okay, alright, and be good. Alright, okay, yeah, you have to throw that in there. That's kind of important.
They took away the best part of it playing a Warlock. Being lazy and pushing one button and beating everyone.
I mean, that's what I do on my monk. I just hit guard and I never die.
Yeah.
It's alright.
But, oh man, apparently rogues are getting a lot of changes.
Good. They're boring as hell.
There are rumors of being a ranged rogue spec.
Oh man, if we finally get Shuriken Toss spec, I am going to be so happy. I might go back to rogue. I'm not even kidding. I might tell my guild, fuck it, find a new tank.
Yeah.
If we get that, I will. I want to be a goddamn ninja throwing motherfucker. That's what I want to do.
So yeah, that is a rumor I've been hearing. I can't confirm or deny it, but apparently
you'll definitely spread the rumor.
Yeah, because apparently combat is probably gonna, like, all the specs are gonna get their name changed probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to split them up a little bit. So combat and either assassination or subtlety will change names. And they'll probably be the 2 specs to stay, and then 1 spec is going to get replaced and maybe be a range spec, so that there's actually differences between the 3 specs.
That makes sense. I mean, there kind of has to be, because right now you've got, like, someone who played Rogue for the better part of this expansion here. You had combat that was your AoE spec, and then it was which one's better, assassination or sub. And 9 times out of 10 it was sub. But when you were really good with assassination and you were really bad at sub, man, was that ever fun.
Yeah, or, I mean, another way to put it is you had your bigger weapon spec, swords, maces, axes, and then you had your 2 dagger specs, which are basically the same gear and same items, and maybe not same gear. Let me rephrase that, but same weapons.
I don't know who has a spoiler on or a muffler on their car that makes that noise, but that was horrible.
Yeah, that sounded horrible. It sounded like their car was
I had
dying.
my windows closed, and I am like 6 feet away from my window.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens. BlizzCon's gonna be so much fun. I'm already ready to do a huge write-up on the guild website. I've got my post ready. I'm just gotta add into it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I have a notepad sitting over there that's completely blank that I'll be taking notes on. I've got, we also have the Google Doc that we can throw stuff into, which I don't think we've used that for a while, have we?
We haven't since our last one.
Oh, right, because we weren't doing this for some reason.
Where's my... Somewhere in here I have a thread that's just me talking about Demon Hunters. I think I put Legion and Demon Hunter stuff is what it's called. Something like that. But...
That sounds right.
That sounds like something I'd write, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no, sorry. It's the Warcraft Legion thread thingy.
That also sounds correct.
It has 86 replies. Oh my god.
Whoa.
And what I'm basically going to do is just keep on writing in, like, new posts every time there's something new about Demon Hunters, because I like to be annoying.
There you go. Spam people. Do it now. But yes, we know rogues are getting major changes. If that range spec actually comes to fruition, I'm definitely going to be trying that. Have we heard anything at all about our good friends the Mage?
Not that I can speak of.
Okay. From what I understand, they're pretty stale too right now. Like there's just so much, everything's so stale. I think because the game's been kind of in a funk since the end of Pandaria. Like we kind of had, Siege of Orgrimmar lasted a lot longer than I thought we wanted it to. So
apparently fire's a lot of fun, but it's also the most frustrating thing in the world.
Yeah, if your combustions, if you don't get good ignite crits or whatever, you don't get good crits, then your combustion doesn't do anything, and then you do no damage. But if you do it right, your combustion makes you feel like a god among men. So, not something I can say I've done before, but, oh no, I have to choose a reward. My inventory's full. Aw, man.
That's why you gotta get better bags.
Ugh.
No, because they buffed the Dragon Breath.
Oh, Dragon's Breath.
So apparently it crits for like 250k now or something.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, so that's why our mages were trying fire for a little bit, but they switched away because it's... I'm
pretty sure it's just not as good.
Frost is better on some fights, and Arcane's a lot better on some fights, so...
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the times just certain things just do not work out, especially whenever they're 100% RNG based. Like fire has been for a very long time.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's going to be interesting to see how they change it. I don't really know if they will. Like I said, I've heard things that I can't really talk about, but yeah.
So I'm leveling this hunter. What spec should I level as?
Marksman.
So I can one-shot everything?
Well, actually, Marksman until you get kind of higher level, but Beast Mastery is technically better because Arcane Shot's pretty good. That's how I did it, but I did it as Marksman.
I'm gonna go Beast Mastery. I like Kill Command.
You won't like it once you realize that if you kill it in one shot with Kill Command, you don't get credit. I guess how many times I had to deal with that in Draenor leveling up. A lot.
Yeah, your character was pretty well geared, right?
No, it had a little bit of LFR gear. It was I boosted that character.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you boosted that one.
It's my second hunter, so I boosted it because I didn't want to level it again.
Can't say I blame you. I think I would too. Alright, so I have a Moth with a bunch of abilities I don't think a Moth should have. That's okay. Come on, Moth. Let's do this.
So, I think that pretty much sorts up everything we had to talk about.
I think so, yeah. I don't think we have anything left. I think that's the whole shebang. I think that's all she wrote.
Oh no, I already talked about how we're doing Velaria this week, so... Oh, real quick. The normal mode nerfs. Have you been in normal mode since it happened?
I haven't really been online since that happened. I read about them.
So, I've been running around with this group in normal mode, because one reason is I wanted to see these nerfs in action. And the weirdest thing is whenever you're on Kilrog, you fuck up, which I did, and you run in the middle right whenever the spear goes through. Not a big deal. I can kill the thing anyway. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't spawn blood. That is so weird to me.
What?
Yeah, he does. He only spawns bloods on the person he was targeted at now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
an insane nerf. Oh my goodness.
I believe they completely got rid of Shadowfell Burst on Archimonde for normal mode and LFR.
Wow.
And there was a couple others, but that was Gorefiend doesn't do the shared fate. On normal
Really
mode?
now?
Yeah. Let me look it up. HFC.
I can't tame the Kirkin because I'm not level 12. It's unfortunate.
That's what you get.
Guess I'll just have to get to level 12 so I can tame the really cool looking two-headed dog.
Oh yeah, I
So
have
we-
that.
Oh man. I don't want to level up. But
Okay.
yeah, I do.
Here are the difficulty changes. Kilrog Deadeye, these are all for normal. Kilrog Deadeye's Heartseeker now deals damage and spawn the globules only on the target. Significantly reduce the health of the globules on normal.
So they really get one-shotted now.
Well, I mean, I've been soloing all the ads for this group anyway. So, that's how easy it is.
You're
solo
gonna have
now.
to, after we're done recording here, you're gonna have to shoot me a schedule of when they go. I might want to jump in with them if they'd have me.
Okay. Hellfire Council. Reduce the damage of Wailing Horrors by 30%.
Wow.
They don't hurt it. It's like 50 to 60k now, I think.
I remember eating them on purpose on my monk just because I got bored. Now I won't even get anything out of it.
Yeah. Gorefiend. No longer does Shared Fate. And also, Hunger for Life doesn't do the AoE anymore. Like, if it hits you, it only affects the person it hit. It doesn't AoE.
That seems horrible.
Tyrant. Aura of Oppression and Aura of Contempt now increase its effect over time more slowly. That's fair. It was probably needed, honestly. I'll actually go into that in a moment, because some of these I do think were needed, funny enough.
Oh my.
Zul'Harrak. The orb no longer... Oh, it doesn't cause Fellblaze anymore.
Wow, really?
The
That's
Pyroman...
actually a
Yeah, that's a pretty big nerf, actually.
that's a massive nerf.
And then the Void Fiends no longer spread the Creeping Void if it contacts you. I didn't know that. I could have
I
sworn
didn't
it
know
did
that
that.
actually spread it. That explains why it could get so ridiculous at times then.
Oh yeah, it's because if you get hit, it would create one. Then, of course, Archimonde no longer uses Rock Chaos in normal or heroic. Oh, it's Rock Chaos, sorry, not Shadowfell. And Nether Portal created by the Nether Banish no longer summon living shadows in normal or raid difficult. Raid Finder. There we go.
Yeah.
So, that Archimonde change is really big.
That is massive. That's removing an entire mechanic that made the phases hard.
That's two mechanics.
You're right, that is two mechanics.
Yeah. So, going down the list, Kilrog, I don't think it was needed. Whatever. Same with Hellfire.
That fight was super easy.
Hellfire was easy. Hellfire was a joke on every difficulty.
Hellfire Assault? Wait, they actually nerfed that? I wasn't even listening to
No,
that.
High Council.
Oh, that fight was a joke on every difficulty.
Well, Mythic was a little bit difficult.
Hey,
But-
man. Mythic's supposed to be hard, right?
Yeah, and they never really nerfed Mythic. They changed it a lot. And we talked about that before, and that's just a headache.
Oh. Yeah.
Gorefiend, probably needed. Gorefiend's pretty difficult for pugs, especially, and like guilds who... The way I try to defend this is think of a guild that's kind of iffy on their members, and they have members like your parents in there, like
Yes.
family members, who you
We'll say your cousin who plays games casually that just wants to raid is in there.
And how the game was for a while now is normal mode wasn't for those players. You I don't see a group going through that with a guild like that. I mean, NI had troubles in normal, Heimwall, if you remember. Like, it took us a little bit to get through.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we had quite a few difficulties with that, and that was mainly because we had some really sketchy people in there at times.
Yeah. And then they faced it a little bit. Blackheart Foundry was a lot easier on normal. Still wasn't super easy, but it was a lot easier. Now, Hellfire, or HFC, I do think was too hard on normal, which has gotten me a lot of hate in threads, by the way, when I bring that up.
Hellfire Council on what difficulty?
No, not Hellfire Council, just Hellfire Citadel.
Oh, yeah, I mean, honestly, there were a lot of fights in there that I really sat there and thought, why is this so unusually hard? When the fight before it or right after it was super easy.
Like, take Archimonde, right? It took Bear Time at Home. We're currently 9 out of 13 heroic. When we were first going in there, it took us more than one night to kill Archimonde on normal.
Oh, wow.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm sorry. It took us like 7 pulls. But still, that's a lot of pulls for a normal mode boss.
That is.
Considering our DPS was like way higher than it should have been. So...
And from what I heard, that can actually make that fight harder.
High DPS does, yeah. It depends. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. We're getting used to it now on Heroic. We get our first... You know the Desecrate?
Mm-hmm.
We get our first Desecrate before the first Allure Flames now.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, and we only get 2 Allures... Yeah, 2 Allures before we go into Phase 2. Like the actual Phase 2, where it stops spawning the Doomfires. So...
Sounds about right.
And then after that we get 2 Allures, and then we're into Phase 3. We do it real fast now. But,
I hope so. You guys way overgear it.
So, like I said, Kill Rod maybe not needed, but I guess it helps. High Council... Are there guilds out there struggling on High Council? Am I just being elitist by saying it's the easiest fight I've ever done in my life?
It's definitely one of the easier fights in the first half. The issue with it is some people have tanks that are nowhere near capable enough of keeping things far enough away, and their spatial awareness is terrible.
Yeah.
Where you have members that constantly run say they run, what is it? Text his name, Blood Boil.
Oh yeah.
I've actually seen people run Blood Boil over to the other guy, and it's like, what are you doing? No,
that
stop.
happened to me Tuesday, actually.
Yeah, there's people that do really goofy things, and it can make that fight really hard, because those mechanics they have in it to keep you from stacking them, they're pretty scary. Like, they will wipe you, because you will hit in rage.
Yeah.
Unless you have, absurd DPS.
Oh, man.
And even then, you're putting yourself back so far each time it happens.
So, like I said, I've been doing the normal run with these people. The first week I went there, this is completely off topic for a moment, but I don't care. It's my podcast. I'll do whatever I want. I got the Blood Boil, my first ever pull with them. I got it twice, and it was amazing.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Because they do the strat
Sounds
where
wonderful.
you burn down, what's his face, the Blade, Gubachos, whatever, Blade Master. You burn him down to 50, and then you kill Blood Boil.
That is interesting.
It was hilarious, because I got Blood Boil, or I got Fell Blood, whatever, and so I do what they want. I take them to the other side of the room, and I'm sitting here just... It is insane, the amount of damage you get from that, but I actually completely ripped off Threat. And I also single-handedly took him from 80% to 30% in one Fell Blood. So... Well, I didn't push him over, but I got him to like 35, so it was a full-on stop DPS moment. For them, because their strat's weird. They do a lot of weird strats.
It's hilarious whenever you can do things like that, because you're so far ahead of the curve in terms of gear for what is expected in the instance itself.
I mean, 500k DPS will do that, so...
I've heard that'll probably solve any DPS issues in a raid.
Yeah. But,
so we've been rambling for a while.
Yeah, no, back to the point. No, I don't think it needed a nerf, but I mean, I guess it helps.
It'll help the casuals, which is what, right now I'm pretty sure the only thing keeping the game in business is casuals. because all the people who are quote unquote hardcore raiders either are still raiding and still doing their thing, but you know, most people at this point are pretty casual because they're out of things to do.
Log into raid, log out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then Gorfing probably needed the nerf. Like, thinking about it,
Gorfing was a very hard fight initially.
It still kind of is for some groups, because there's a lot to mess up really easily. And so, Tyrant Villari needed a nerf 100%. I completely agree with this nerf. It's not as big as some of the other nerfs where it like completely takes out a mechanic, but it slows it down enough to where it's like, this DPS requirement isn't as big now. I completely agree with that.
Yes, most definitely. That fight was really, really challenging initially for us. On like even on normal, it was super, super hard. And it's just because there's no room for error on that fight. I mean, you mess up on it, it's gonna hurt.
A single heal goes through and it's a wipe, which is fair for heroic, I think. But when you get to normal,
yeah,
I don't think it should be that knife edge. Well, I mean,
no, that's way too close.
Of course, if you have the DPS to cover it, you're fine. But
yeah, I mean, even so, that's a really, really, really harsh expectation, especially from heroic. Like, I understand heroic is it's the middle ground between mythic and that, but like everyone looks at heroic as that's the new. For everyone who's played forever, that is normal. Yeah. And normal is flex from last X pack, and that mentality is going to be there for a long time. I'm starting to see less of that now because of the way they tuned everything. It feels like Raid Finder is flex, normal is actually normal, heroic's actually heroic, and mythic is in a league of its own. Which I'm okay with mythic being in a league of its own because it should be.
I am biased here. I don't feel like mythic is that much harder than the hard. What is it? The heroic.
The hard modes?
Sorry, heroic of last expansion. But that's personally, I don't completely know. I didn't do much raiding last expansion, so. But
yeah, I would agree with that.
Villari needed the nerf. Zul'Farrak, I could see it needing a nerf, and taking out a mechanic like that is a good way on that fight, because that fight has so much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in that fight, and I myself know for a fact that, like as a tank on it who's done it on heroic multiple times, it's just like there's so many things going on, so many things on the ground that I'm just like, wait a minute, what do I need to be doing right now? Because there's so many little timers you have to be paying attention to while seeing the ground. There's just so much happening.
And Archimonde, again, 100% agree. Archimonde needed to be nerfed on normal. There's a lot of people who disagree.
People should be able to finish it.
Yeah, a lot of people disagree and say, no, it's already easy, but it's not made for you if you're saying that.
I mean, the fight is challenging. Like, for my raid group, it took us, I think, like 50 wipes till we got him on normal. And as someone who normally would go in and, that's what we normally put into our heroic last boss. Mm-hmm. It shows you what's happened in terms of, how hard the game actually is in terms of, your raid progression now. It's actually very different than it was last expansion. Yeah. Normal's definitely much harder than normal of last expansion. It's kind of in between what it was for heroic and normal last time. But, in no way, shape, or form are we bad players. I mean, we had people like we had Vladimir, who was, he constantly parsed way, way up there. Mm-hmm. And we had fights where it didn't matter how much damage he did. Everyone else was right there with him in damage. Mm-hmm. And we'd still have horrible times on bosses.
Yeah.
And we were pretty well progressed in heroic Siege of Orgrimmar. Like, we were pretty up there on the server, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And everyone was a really good player, and we still had trouble with it. And this expansion, good God. I don't know if it was mechanics or people or what, but it was a rough X-Pack.
The rating was tough, which I'd like tough rating. Let me get that straight out of the way. Tough rating is so much fun.
I would much rather wipe than have a cakewalk.
Yeah, but let's leave normal to the people who actually need it. Like, let's keep normal to the, friends and family guilds and not we're an actual progression guild. Let's go through normal first. Which I think they're kind of going with the way they did these nerfs. Like I said, they took out mechanics. They basically made it to where heroic is a step above, like kind of like mythic is it to heroic, where they add a mechanic or two, which I like much more than just, well, it's a little bit harder now. Because it means, first of all, going from normal to heroic is a bit more of a jump, because you have to relearn the fights, kind of like you have to do for mythic. But it also means that normal is more accessible.
Oh, most definitely. And I'd much rather have it that, you have that other difficulty, so that there is like an actual progression through it. You feel like you've accomplished something whenever you go and you get, like when you get normal Archimon down right now. For us, it felt like we had finally killed, like it felt like we killed Illidan back in BC. Like that's how long and hard we worked on that fight. On normal. And then, the other bosses we did on heroic didn't feel like anything. Like they were super easy except for I can't remember which ones they were. Maybe Gorefiend and probably Iskar were just really annoying for us because of mechanics and personal accountability, which I'm sure is what a lot of people deal with. But I can only imagine what killing heroic Archimon would feel like now. I mean, good lord, if we had done it before any of the nerfs, period, whew, we'd probably feel like you're on cloud 9.
I have to brag a little bit sometimes. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be. No, I did comment is my bragging.
Humble brags.
I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be.
No, you definitely stepped up your game, which I'm pretty sure you had to do going to a guild like BRH. So.
Oh no, I'm not even talking. I'm talking about my BC. Me back in BC, when I was at the top guild on the server by a large margin, and I would go into trade chat and make fun of other people.
Yeah, you've also probably have a couple more years under your belt in general, and
when was that?
You may or may not have grown up a little bit too.
It's only been 8 years. I was only 15 at the time.
Oh, good lord. Youngin'.
So, I think that's about all we have to cover. Just in general, like I said, let's keep normal to the friends and family. Let's make it a step above Raid Finder, but not that big of a step. And then keep heroic about where it is now. And then keep mythic definitely where it is now, because mythic feels so good right now.
Mythic is right where it should be. I completely agree. And, I'm going to just look at everything you just said. I'm just going to say, yep. I can't argue with any of that. It makes sense to me, and that's where it should be for sure. Yeah. We got to have that separation, otherwise, what's the difference between normal and heroic besides a couple numbers?
Okay, this is completely off topic. This will be the last thing I say before I end the podcast, before giving outros and stuff. But it's so funny the difficulty drop after Gorefiend for the next two bosses, Sorcerer and Iskar, are jokes.
Yeah. Wish I knew about that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice being up here. Looking down for once. Anyway, that's been Ahead of the Curve. Well, sorry. We're not ahead of the curve. We're almost ahead of the curve. That's why we're also talking about all these things so late.
Exactly.
Yeah, and hope everyone has a good day. I guess this will probably be up on Friday, so have a good weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you guys after BlizzCon.